Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, because no one candidate received more than 50% of the vote in the Senate races in the state of Georgia, there will be two runoff elections in January. So, many of you probably know that. And it has now come to light that a super PAC named Committee for American Sovereignty is calling for Republicans to write in Donald Trump's name in both of the January elections in Georgia, or to boycott the event altogether. So they've created a website called writeinTrumpForGeorgiaSenate.com. And it's important to point out that this Committee for American Sovereignty has ties to convicted criminal, Nixon lover, and all-around scumbag Roger Stone. Because, of course, they do. If it's not Steve Bannon, it's Roger Stone. So this PAC and a companion nonprofit group were set up in 2016, and their whole purpose was initially to suppress Black voter turnout. And they did that by propagating and pushing this false story that Bill Clinton had an illegitimate biracial son. And apparently, they're using this vote for Trump ploy to now retaliate against the Republican Party because they see them as not being sufficiently loyal to Trump while he's been spinning this widespread voter fraud scam and conspiracy theory. So on their website, they wrote, quote, "If we can do this, we have a real chance at getting these rhino senators to act on the illegitimate and corrupt election presided over by a Democrat Party that is invested in the communist takeover of our great nation. We will not stop fighting for you, the American patriot, against the evils of socialism and inferior religions." Gosh, I'm so glad that these pro-Trump groups are loving, kind Christians who accept everyone, and they welcome the stranger, they care and give to the poor and the hungry. I mean, they sound just like Jesus, don't they? Oh my God, these idiots. And I guarantee if you asked any of them to provide the definition of communism or socialism, they could not do it in a million years. It would never happen. They'd give you some ridiculous answer, and when you call them out on it, they just deflect. So anyway, what these mental giants hope to accomplish is to put pressure on establishment Republicans to get them to take some sort of action against this voter fraud that didn't happen. And they claim that there's a huge conspiracy in Georgia that reaches all the way up to the office of the Republican governor, Brian Kemp, as well as the Republican Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. And remember, these guys are not just Republicans. These aren't like never Republicans or anti-Trump Republicans. These guys are pro-Trump. In fact, Brian Kemp is so pro-Trump, and he is so much like Trump, that his ads when he was running for governor were all about how much he loved Trump. These people have gone off the deep end. It is so scary. But these conspiracy ideas are also being pushed by the Looney Tunes lawyer, Sidney Powell, who I've talked about recently. She furthered this false story about this conspiracy in Georgia when she was interviewed by Newsmax over this past weekend. So according to Powell, even Republican Kelly Loeffler would have lost to Republican Doug Collins if not for voter fraud. She told Newsmax, quote, "Mr. Kemp and the Secretary of State need to go with it because they're in on the Dominion scam with their last-minute purchase or reward of a contract to Dominion of $100 million. So remember, Dominion is the voter software, the vote tabulating machine manufacturer that she claims is rigged and flipped votes from Trump to Biden. But this group and Powell aren't the only ones peddling these conspiracies and ginning up support for this idea of sitting out the election in January or writing in Trump's name. So the pro-Trump Georgia attorney named Lynn Wood, he's the one who sued the state to try and stop them from certifying the vote totals in Georgia. He tweeted out, quote, "Threaten to withhold your votes and money. Demand that they represent you." And another conservative operative who organized the Stop the Steal protests that you might have been seeing throughout the country, a man named Ali Alexander, is also urging Trump supporters to withhold their votes and donations. Alexander wants the two Republican candidates, Loeffler and Perdue, to pressure the governor into opening an investigation into alleged voter fraud claims through the Georgia legislature. So he tweeted out the following to approximately 200,000 followers that he has on Twitter, quote, "Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue can either do what we said because we are their voters, we are their donors, we are their volunteers, or we literally won't vote." So I'm just enjoying this. I mean, I'm loving this infighting. I find it delicious. I'm lapping it up with a serving spoon. I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, do it. Withhold your votes or write in Trump. So I'll keep you posted if I hear any more. But as always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.